Hey everybody, it's Jessica again, and today's Maker Thursday. I'm in Construction Court at Cognition, and we have all of these cool tools and different screws and bolts and materials to create all kinds of different structures. But if you don't have cars like this at home, we're going to show you how to build your own cars with materials that you have around the house. And so today on Maker Thursday, we're gonna make our cars, and then tomorrow for Science Friday, we're gonna turn those cars into balloon cars, and we're gonna have some balloon car races. All right, so let's get started with building our cars today. So the first thing we're gonna do is collect some different materials around your house. If you have a recycling bin, there's probably all kinds of great materials in there. We can use toilet paper tubes, paper towel tubes, we could use plastic cups. So we need a material for the body of our car, like a box or a bottle or a cup, or a paper towel tube. So find something that would be a good body for your car. And then we need something that will be axles that will go through the body of our car to attach to the wheels. So I've got craft straws, any kind of a straw will be good. Barbecue skewers are perfect. So anything that's just sort of long and sturdy and straight that can go right through the body of your vehicle. Now you're gonna need wheels, and I've got some water bottle lids that will serve the purpose. You can also use old CDs or DVDs, those make great wheels. And we need something to attach the axle to the wheel. So marshmallows are what I'm going to be using today, but you can also use an old sponge and you can cut that up into small pieces. And if you have a bottle cap lid, you can just kind of wedge that in there. Something like that. And then if you have a skewer, something that's pointed, that will work really great for a sponge. Because mine are craft straws that have kind of that open end, I'm going to go with marshmallows. But anything you can use to attach your axle to the wheels. You can also just use taper glue, that would be great too. And we're going to need a balloon, we're going to need straws, and we're gonna need tape or rubber bands. So those are our materials. Let's spend some time gathering them all together and plan out what kind of vehicle you want to build, and then let's get started. So I'm gonna start with this old baking soda box that's empty. It's nice and square. You can have it with the wheels at the bottom or flat. So what you're gonna do is have an adult or someone help you to safely poke some holes into the sides. So you can see that mine are pretty far down. Since I'm using these pretty little bottle caps, my wheels need to be able to touch the ground, and there needs to be a little bit of space between the bottom of my car and the ground so that we reduce the friction. We reduce the contact between our car and the surface that we're running it over. So I need my holes for the axles to be pretty far down so that there's enough room for my tiny wheels to touch the ground. Now if you're using a CD or a DVD, something that's a lot bigger, you have a lot more flexibility about where you put that hole for your axle. Now the important thing is, pick where you're gonna put the hole on one side, and then your axle has to be straight, a skewer or a straw. You wanna make sure that you have a hole on the opposite side so that it can go through and be perfectly straight. So spend some time making sure that your holes on each side are completely opposite one another, and that you have enough room for your wheels to attach. So go ahead and put your holes on each side of your vehicle, and then let's get started with our axles. Now, if you're using a piece of sponge on the inside, a barbecue skewer will go right through that and be perfect. I don't have skewers today, and so I'm gonna swap out the sponge for little pieces of marshmallow that I cut off of a large marshmallow. So you can kind of mash that in really good, squish it all around, and then you can attach your wheel to the axle. And again, you can use tape or glue, and it's really fun to try building several different types of balloon cars with different materials. And then later tomorrow when we race them, you can determine which different features and variables produce the fastest car. I have the marshmallow attaching my axle to the wheel, and then we're just going to do the same thing for the other side. So again, I'm going to take that piece of marshmallow, I'm going to really mush it in there, and you can experiment with how much marshmallow is optimal. Push that straw through to attach my axle to the wheel. And then we just need to make sure that all of our wheels and axles line up, and then do some practice rolls and see if you need to make any modifications. Now, the other thing that we're going to need to get ready for tomorrow is our balloon power. So you just need a balloon, and flexible straws, the bendy straws work the best because you can really direct that flow of air. So again, I have craft straws that are made out of paper, but if you have any bendy straws, those will be even better. If you're using a water bottle, you can make a hole in the top to fit the balloon through, and then have a space coming out the back of your car. With my box, I'm going to experiment placing the balloon in different places. So again, this is a lot of trial and error to figure out how we can change the different variables to create the fastest possible balloon car. Now you're going to take your straw, you're going to insert that into your balloon, and you're going to need to leave space so that you can blow up your balloon through the straw. So make sure you're leaving enough room to be able to do that. So insert your straw into the balloon, and then you're going to take some tape or a rubber band, and then we're just going to make sure that that's attached as tightly as possible to our straw, because of course we want to make sure that when we blow it up, the air is going through the straw and not leaking out around the tip of the balloon. So make sure that your balloon is securely attached to your straw. And make sure, do some tests. There we go. So I'm able to blow up my balloon. I've left it enough room. So I'm going to insert my straw through my car. And make sure that your straw doesn't pull out, that it's still attached to your balloon. And you can even do another test to make sure that your balloon can be blown up through your straw. All right, so today on Maker Thursday, we're gonna design our balloon cars, and then tomorrow we're gonna put our designs to the test and see which of our designs is the fastest. Happy balloon car making, and we'll see you tomorrow for Science Friday.